Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where apparently the key to a great pay-per-view is to give it a shitty name. It's lost the Midcard. Welcome to a very unique show. This is episode 216, question mark? Yeah, 216. And it's the second time that we're recording during a show. We're recording during the second hour of SmackDown Live. Right now, Bayley and Nikki Cross are going at it here. The first time we recorded live was Matt, I believe, was the first deletion.
That is correct.
And that was a fun episode because we did not know what we were getting into either at that point. But we are we had to record early tonight. We decided to do it during the second hour of SmackDown Live, or a little bit into it. There's like 40 minutes left of SmackDown, so we are gonna cover Stomping Grounds, which was an amazingly great show, hence the open of the show. We are going to preview FyterFest. That is this Saturday on BR Live. If you are on the U.S. or I think most of North America, it's free for you. If you are in like Europe or whatnot, just use some VPN. But FyterFest is this Saturday from Daytona Beach, so we are going to preview the card, give you our predictions and such. We are going to talk about what was a great SmackDown, a great Raw. Has it been a great SmackDown so far too, guys?
Been pretty decent.
Pretty decent.
It's been all right. I think Raw. I think 2 weeks in a row, I would put Raw over SmackDown.
Well, that's what Vince.
So WWE succeeded in,
that's what Vince likes, right?
Making the Blue Brand the B show again.
Yeah,
so
that's what happens when you have the same creative team for both shows again, and Vince puts the precedence on Raw.
Well, that's what also happens when you merge both rosters together, because don't let anybody tell me that this is a fucking brand split anymore, because
no.
The brand split's dead.
Yeah, remember that wild card rule of 4 people per show? Yeah, that got thrown out the window.
Yeah, more like 10.
That got thrown out the window real quick. So we got FyterFest to talk about, Stomping Grounds to recap. We got a few headlines to talk about as well. Recap Raw. We'll talk about the first hour of SmackDown. Nikki Cross just defeated Bayley, by the way. Does that make her the number one contender? Maybe.
No, the storyline was that if Nikki defeated Bayley, that Alexa would get a rematch against Bayley at Extreme Rules.
Thank you for that, because I was getting the podcast set up, so I wasn't listening. I'm guessing Carmella's looking for R-Truth, who, oh boy, we got some 24/7 to talk about on Raw. That was a great segment. She's running into Fire and Desire right now, who she's not getting along with her, along with Ember Moon are not getting along with right now.
Fire's my new favorite wrestler in WWE.
Hey, I like R-Truth's 24/7 shirt, don't you?
What's up?
That belt sucks.
Oh my God.
The belt sucks. Uh-oh. Drake Maverick.
Oh my God.
See, we're recording live during SmackDown Live. Drake Maverick, I think, is starting to turn into the Lunatic Lush eventually, because on his wedding night, R-Truth pinned him to regain the 24/7 belt, and ever since, Drake Maverick has been distraught. He's not drunk like the Lunatic Lush, but he's pretty much lost it, hasn't he, guys?
Is that Drake Maverick or Hornswoggle?
Oh my God, Truth has been so fucking funny this week. I mean, he's been funny for like ever. But
ever.
How great is that R-Truth shirt, dude, by the way?
He's got a couple of them.
Really?
I don't know if any of them are actually WWE shop shirts or not, but...
Is that different from what he wore last night?
Not the same one, look like.
He had a shirt on the week before when he lost the title to Maverick that was completely different than that.
Oh, look at Truth hugging Drake Maverick.
Wow.
Oh, he's calling him Hornswoggle again.
He said he thought it was Carmella's wedding.
Get a grip, man. I'm still waiting for that Carmella heel turn. You know it's coming, right?
Negative.
I love this championship more than you love your wife. Oh, shit. And here comes the cavalry trying to get truth. Poor Drake. I mean, don't you feel sorry for Drake Maverick, man?
Damn!
Don't you feel sorry for the guy?
Nope.
You don't? Come on.
No, he's getting TV time. I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah. He had a match on Raw.
Look, there's so many people trying to fight for television time right now, and he's actually been able to secure it.
Yeah.
So good for him. So I do not feel bad for him. I actually feel very happy for him that he's been able to get his way on the TV when so many other people haven't been able to now.
And he's worked his way onto TV via social media with the great stuff he's done with the 24/7 title before he won the title and when he won the title.
Way back to television today. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was weird.
I am totally all about that match.
So
they got to give them time, though, dude.
Seeing it again.
They got to give that time and let them just go at it.
So
fuck whatever the producers and everything. Let them do their own thing.
That's definitely got to be a SummerSlam match, please. So this is a unique episode of Lost the Midcard. We're recording live during SmackDown Live's second hour. So while they're in commercial break, I'll take the time to say thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost the Midcard, hit that subscribe button, and then you'll know when a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday, but sometimes we switch it up with our schedules. There's 3 of us, so sometimes we got to switch it up, or sometimes we may throw a special one your way. So if you subscribe, that way you know a new one comes your way. We are also on the YouTube, and the links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LostInTheMidcard. Also on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at RawFShowtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm doing well.
You enjoying this unique recording during SmackDown show?
Oh, look, as I told you guys when you proposed the idea earlier tonight, I was just like, look, if we're going to do this, I'm not going to stop watching SmackDown for it. So we're going to have to be putting some live, reaction in here as it goes on.
Well,
so
I expected we would, and we got, and look at that, we got some 24/7 shit. That was great, wasn't it?
I was definitely Maverick getting bowled over there, popped me hard. So
that was some great timing that the 24/7 segment happened right as we started the show. As always, our other co-host, he is on the Twitter at NoOneLikeD, Mr. Daryl Bullock. Daryl, how you doing?
I'm drinking. SmackDown is on. We're going to have a fun show.
Shit, Matt, we're fucking around. We might make this a regular thing, huh?
Well, I don't know if I'm going that far. Let's see how this goes.
Hey,
it's probably going to go okay.
We're having fun with it.
We're having fun. The best shows are when we're just having.
I'm having fun.
I remember when we did the first ever one live reaction to you remember the name of that first Broken Matt thing?
I thought it was called the Final Deletion or something like that.
Is that what it was?
Deletion.
And we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. And I want to go back and listen to that episode again just to hear our live reactions to seriously, there's probably a few. What the fuck was that?
It's greatness. That's what it was.
We're gonna attempt to talk about Being the Elite, episode 158, Control Room here, but we may.
You don't know how hard it is to be Matt Hardy.
We may cut out for SmackDown Live if something good happens. So. Bear with us, but episode 158. CD's in the locker room. He's all by himself. No Scorpio. No Kaz. So he always tries to recruit people to do his SCU bit, and so he's trying to recruit Dr. Britt Baker. But Britt's a little salty. She's a little salty at something that happened a couple of years ago. And Matt, does your fan-sided article mention what happened a couple years ago?
Yes, of course it does.
Well, good, because if you go to fansided.com, if you search BTE, if you search fan-sided Being the Elite, you'll find right on the top, you'll find the latest article by Matt Black, Control Room. And she's referring to when Daniels defeated Adam Cole for the Ring of Honor Championship in 2017.
It's true.
So
she holds grudges.
I had it pulled up, Matt. I just wanted to make sure you had that in the article before I got there. So
I had it.
I wanted to put you over either way. So
I appreciate you.
I'm going to learn how to write one day. I'm going to learn how to write my fucking name. And you all going to like it, too.
Live on SmackDown right now, Ember Moon.
Oh, my.
Making her great entrance. I'm assuming Ember Moon's taking on Sonya Deville. Is that correct?
I would assume either Sonya or Mandy if I had to guess, yeah.
That match won't sell.
Hey, I just want to see Ember Moon walk.
We won't be hearing from Matt for the next 10 minutes then, probably.
It depends on who the opponent is.
If Mandy's wrestling, yeah.
I mean, if it's Ember, then you might hear a lot from me. And if it's Mandy, you ain't gonna hear shit from Matt.
Yeah, true. So
wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Britt goes, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm not mad. But I have a surprise for you. Close your eyes. CD's like, I love surprises.
That was your first mistake.
She goes, put your hands out. He goes, what do you feel? He goes, I don't know. It feels warm. It feels kind of electric. Feels like electricity. Okay. Well, open your eyes. And it's CD's hand on Joey Ryan's dick.
Yeah, I actually had to reach out to my boss as I was writing this recap.
Can I say dick, boss?
Because, honestly, that was the first thing I asked. Because this is mainly a PG-friendly website. And I'm just like...
What word can I use
How
here?
the hell am I going to write this opening segment?
And Matt said crotch in the article, which is about as PG as you
I
can
did.
get, so.
That was approved. That was approved. That was an approved word.
You didn't want to say meat?
I don't think they would. I don't think that would have gone over well.
We have the meats.
Oh my!
And then Joey Ryan proceeded to give CD the old dick toss, or the hip toss, except with his dick. So.
I called it his signature move.
I call it the dick toss. I don't even know what it's really called, but I call it the dick toss.
It's called the penis flex.
We're in the control room for FyterFest, and Kenny Omega is trying to work to get things set up for the event. He's trying to get the organic salmon, but instead they have bread and cheese. Well, again,
damn, man, he's looking good tonight.
Damn, them thighs are thick. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Which thighs? I mean, there's a couple thick thighs in there.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then there's Sonya. And Sonya's kind of not a bad looker either.
I'm just gonna look at Ember's booty, her thighs, and Mandy's thighs. I'm still listening, JB.
By the way, the whole thing with the control room on FyterFest was a whole making fun of the Fyre Fest, where everybody was supposed to have a gourmet meal, instead they got bread and cheese sandwiches.
I'm glad you explained it to me because I didn't get it. I just thought it was funny, but I didn't get the meaning behind it.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is making fun of the Fyre Festival itself. Yeah. Dude, seriously, watch it on Netflix. It's a good watch. It's a good watch because you're watching rich millennials get fucked over. Oh, it's good. It's good.
You sound like you enjoyed it way too much.
It's an interesting story, though, man. There's two documentaries. There's one on Netflix, which is mostly about the festival itself. And then there's a documentary on Hulu, which is more about the guy that put it together and went to jail about it. And then he got out of jail and started to do another scheme. It's like, Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't get it. But they're both good documentaries. I recommend. I watched them back to back actually one weekend, and they're very interesting. The stories just. I mean, it was supposed to be a lavish party, expensive as fuck, and it turned out to be a shit show, And all the bands that were promised. Oops, Sonya beat Ember very quickly. Good for Sonya. Maybe she's going to get a push.
I just want to see her. I just want to see that pin.
Mandy, how about them jean shorts there, Matt?
I'm not hating.
Looked a lot better on her than John Cena.
Well, duh.
So
big one for Sonya Deville.
She deserves. Well, I mean, she deserves a push. But
both of them deserve a push. I love the Iconics, but
I just hope it's.
I feel like they'd be a lot better being in the the tag team title hunt right now.
Here's what I'm saying though. I just hope Vince is not doing this just because it's Pride Month, and then all of a sudden Pride Month is over and Sonya disappears. That is all.
Oh, I would hate that so much.
That'd be really fucked up.
I know, but it's Vince. Do you not put it past him?
I don't.
Oh, someone's pissed.
Oh, is somebody at the fucking door for Aleister Black?
Oh man.
I actually love these promos with Aleister though, don't you?
Yeah.
He's really nuts right now.
I just want to see him kick somebody's fucking head off.
I absolutely love the promo when he actually opened up the door and yelled, "Is anybody out there?" Is somebody at the door tonight? What do you think? It's got to be. He's got to have somebody at Extreme Rules in 3 weeks, right? Somebody's got to be at the door either in the next couple of weeks, right? If not tonight.
You would surely hope so.
Matt said on the show last week he thought maybe it would be Randy Orton, right?
He's been working a lot of house shows with Randy Orton. I saw a rumor online today that it was going to be Cesaro.
Oh,
which doesn't make any sense because Cesaro's on Raw.
Oh,
that does nothing for
out.
Anybody.
The lights went out. What the hell?
Your TV's ahead of mine. God damn it!
It's probably because I'm on cable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on HDMI.
Black was teasing us. The lights went out. I thought somebody entered.
I just want to see him just walk in the ring and kick somebody's fucking head off.
I heard some shit. I thought maybe.
Yeah, I thought somebody actually showed up. It was that would have been nice.
I think eventually that door. I bet you next week that door's gonna open out of nowhere. See what
it's gonna be. It's gonna be Matt Black.
Oh, I ain't challenging Aleister Black.
What's Matt gonna do?
I'll be his manager.
Okay.
I'll come up on that. Well, I'll come up on that weird little drawbridge thing.
Is Dolph gonna?
Dude, if I ever see you coming on that drawbridge thing, I swear I will laugh. I will laugh myself literally to death.
Well, okay, then I won't do it then. I don't want to see you die.
Like, as long as you got a defibrillator around, I'll be fine.
2 out of 3 falls
I
match.
can't guarantee that.
Nope.
Yeah, our second 2 out of 3 fucking falls match tonight. Automatically, Raw was a better show than SmackDown.
So you guys heard about why they're doing the 2 out of 3 falls, right? I think you guys showed
they're not going to commercial breaks in the middle of matches anymore.
Right, but did you notice yesterday with the 8-man tag match? Did you notice how once? I don't know who was it that got eliminated second. I don't know if it was the Revival or who it was. Whatever.
They knocked out the 2 SmackDown tag teams first.
Right,
Bryan and Rowan out, and then the New Day were out, and then they took it down to Usos.
Once it went to one-on-one, they reset.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you see, like, once they knocked out the New Day, it went to commercial, and then they started the match, like, right after that?
Yeah.
Like, when it came back from commercial? I'm tired of that shit.
Well, no, I like it better than cutting to a match. But at the same token,
I'll take that over 2 out of 3 falls matches on one.
But that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'll take 2 out of 3 falls matches all the time instead of going to a commercial in the match. I don't give a fuck about that.
I'd rather have a commercial in a match than 2 out of 3 falls all the time.
Me too. Like
I really would.
I know they need to get more. They need to get more creative. I know.
They absolutely see that's what it comes down to. Yeah. It comes down to lack of creativity.
And
is what's happening here.
There wasn't a 2 out of 3 falls match.
I thought they improved on Raw last night because I don't remember any 2 out of 3 falls matches on Raw.
There wasn't.
I thought they did a good idea of explaining commercial breaks and stuff in between how they did it.
Yeah.
And then we get to tonight and we get 2 out of 3 falls matches
that's a
in a 2-hour show.
To me, a 2 out of 3 falls match needs to have. You need to give that time. You can't just rush it and put it on a SmackDown and give a 5-minute first fall, a 6-minute second fall, and an 8-minute third fall. No, I'm used to seeing pure wrestling. Like,
that's what they
go
do on
at
TV all the time though with 2 out of 3. So
yeah, but that just takes away from the match.
MJF on Being the Elite. MJF. He has a butler now, apparently. He asked him to find him a carbon copy of Hangman Page. I like horses. I like horses. Well, let's just say this guy was not a carbon copy of Hangman Page. Let's just say. One of my favorite parts of Being the Elite this week, Rick Knox is outside, and inside a Jeep is Luchasaurus with Jungle Boy on his shoulders hanging out of the sunroof. And Rick, the best part of this was Rick Knox was counting to 10 to disqualify them from something. I don't know. It makes no sense, but it was great.
It was the count of five. It was the count of 5 to break it up, like when you're on the ropes.
Yeah, it was so good.
I mean, that's what it was.
It made no sense, but it was great.
It was amazing. It made perfect sense. It was glorious.
It made no sense because they were in a Jeep, but it was so great that Rick Knox is counting to 5 or 10 or whatever to get Jungle Boy off his shoulders. That was so great. And, you know, well, in Luchasaurus, well, with all due respect, I have a master's degree.
Knox had nothing to say.
Rick Knox on being the elite is gold. I've already said Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy have been gold, but Rick Knox is turning into gold on this show too, isn't he?
Yes.
And then I put
Good shit, pal.
I put a bug in Matt's ear. I go, imagine Rusev on BTE. Uh-oh. Now Matt can't stop thinking about it.
So it would be incredible.
Brandon Cutler talking to one of the librarians, Peter Avalon, and we confirm what we were thinking of. Peter Avalon has a thing for the other librarian, Leva Bates. Shh.
Isn't she Will Ospreay's girlfriend or something?
Is she?
I think so.
I don't know if she is, but I know that Will Ospreay is Seth Rollins' bitch on Twitter. Ooh. Okay, I was gone during the start of SmackDown. Who is Kofi? Is it Kofi in KO, or what's the title match that Dolph's getting added to possibly?
Kofi and Samoa Joe.
Oh, that's right. Joe was choking him out on Raw. That's right. Okay. You don't think Dolph's getting added to this, do you think?
I sure as fuck hope not. Dolph just needs to go back and do his comedy shit. And
that was great, though, when Joe came back.
Go away.
That was great when Joe came out and attacked Kofi, though, last night, wasn't it?
I was so happy.
Good way to get your heat back after losing that U.S. title, huh?
Heat.
Back on
Sunday Night Heat.
I miss that show sometimes. Daniels is in the locker room still selling the dick toss.
Yeah, I didn't like this.
Sorry, CD. They cut back to the Bucks' trip to Mexico, where they had lost the AAA titles to the Lucha Brothers. They do a little FyterFest commercial. As you know, it's this Saturday. Tune in, because it's fucking free. Come on. If you're in the United States, that is, by the way. I don't know how many overseas fans we have. I know we have one.
You're not even going to say his name?
Marcho!
Marcho plug!
I thought somebody would do it for me, but I was setting it up, putting it on a tee for somebody, but I put it on a tee for myself, apparently. We're at the airport. Son of a bitch. We're at the airport where Matt is watching his match with the Lucha Brothers for like the 8th time because he's addicted. He's taking the loss pretty hard. But before that, one of the funny parts was the Bucks reenacting the "I need my older brother" as they make fun of Cody and Dustin. So yeah, a little. I'm sure Cody and Dustin are probably going to view that episode of BTE pretty soon. Maybe on a road to Fight for the Fallen, huh?
Probably. Probably.
They'll be like them little bitches.
Yes, that's exactly what they're going to say.
They might.
Them little bitches.
That might be what Cody says. I don't know. I don't think Dustin would say that, but I think Cody would say that. We're back to the FyterFest control room. It is not going well. They're trying to book celebrities, and they're trying to get Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey from Full House. One guy said he could probably get Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Omega's losing it. Again, we're just all making fun of the old Fire Festival.
You know what's so great about this whole scene? You get to see Kenny Omega's like true personality. Like you didn't get to see that in New Japan too much. It was more so serious. I'm the leader of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega is crazy as hell.
If you watch those Fire Festival documentaries, the dude, like, as things start, it's so weird. One shit show starts, he puts a Band-Aid on it, which creates a bigger shit show, and then he puts a Band-Aid on that to create a bigger shit show. And that's basically how this thing just comes to. That's how the Fyre Festival just basically explodes. Is he just puts a Band-Aid on a problem that creates a bigger problem, and he keeps on doing that, and that's basically how that thing just exploded. And so we thought we were at the end of the show, but we cut back to the control room when Bailey's like, "Fuck, I'm doing all the work. I bet Omega's playing Dance Dance Revolution," and sure enough,
Kenny was getting it.
Shirtless too, for the ladies.
You missed one part, JB. The cutscene every time they went back to Christopher Daniels.
I didn't like that.
They were making fun of Peter Griffin on Family
I know the Family Guy thing.
Is
I
that
know.
what they
That
were
shit is so
doing?
funny, dude.
I mentioned that. I mentioned that in the Fansided article. I just wasn't a fan.
Dude,
I thought they cut back. I thought they cut back to it too many times. I thought it wore out its welcome by the end of the episode.
I just sent it both to you guys in the DM.
I've already seen it. For
I know.
fuck's
I just
sake.
did it just for shits and giggles. That
Son
shit
of
was
a bitch.
hilarious.
Yeah, you gotta Skype that now. I don't see the DM.
I just sent it to you.
Are we still in the first fall, by the way, here on SmackDown?
Si, senor.
I'm amazed. That means
I
falls 2 and 3 will be.
I haven't been paying enough attention to tell you. As soon as this match started, I kind of stopped paying attention to the show. I've had my fill of Kofi versus Ziggler. I just.
Well,
I'm
that's
good.
that's why I'm not. That's why when you said earlier, Matt, that you might be paying more attention to the show. Like you see a lot of the same matches over and over again. So it's like it'll be fine.
I mean, that's why it's kind of bugging. That's another reason why the wild card's bugging me so much. I want to see my different rosters on Monday and Tuesday nights. This will the wild card will be more manageable when SmackDown moves to Fridays.
Yeah.
Because it's you got that 3-day grace period between shows.
True.
When it's back to back nights, and you're seeing the same guys in the same matches, it's just like, all right, enough already.
I'm with you. Shout out to one of our loyal listeners, Anthony Rosado. He tweeted earlier today, like at WWE, like you have more people on your roster that need to be shown on TV. Like use them.
Amen to that.
Well, remember that list that came out of like 55 people that hadn't been used since Mania?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like 55, literally, that are on the roster. Trying to think of the first time they did that 2 out of 3 falls thing since they brought that back out of existence. It was like they started it like with like 12 minutes to go on SmackDown. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me?
That puppy does not sound happy.
That dog just does not stop barking. That's what it is.
I think he's upset about the 2 out of 3 falls matches too.
I'm with him.
Maybe she got word that Dolph Ziggler's winning the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh my
He's here to
God.
show the world.
And so she's mad that Ziggler's getting added to Joe and Kofi.
Well, if that's the case, she's got good taste because I've had my fair share of Ziggles.
I'll just say this real quick.
Yes, sir.
Extreme Rules doesn't need to be a shit show. It doesn't need to be a shit show because the following month says SummerSlam. Like, I don't want to be pissed off for SummerSlam.
Well, I mean,
everybody but me thought Stomping Grounds was gonna suck. I came on the show last week.
Well, Matt was
told the world
was doing the Great Balls of Fire theory.
that this show was a lot better than anybody thought it was gonna be.
And I listened to you on that, and you were absolutely correct. I'm just hoping because in past SummerSlams we've got shit that we just didn't like.
Look, let's face it. Look, they're clearly not playing around with Extreme Rules if The Undertaker's on the show.
I know.
Like the fact that Taker's going to be there and they're not holding him off for SummerSlam says to me like they're going to treat Extreme Rules like an important pay-per-view.
And Joe and Kofi for the title is going to be good. Let's just hope Ziggler doesn't get added to it. I don't see Ziggler.
I just hope, and I'm not trying to wish it because I would love to see. I would love to see a great show. I just want wrestling to be great overall.
We all do, my brother.
At the end of the day, I'm just like, don't bullshit us. Like, don't try to sell us a fucking dream because you can't sell fucking tickets.
Yeah,
Come on.
Hey,
Bullshit me.
at least the last 3 editions of Raw have been good, decent, good, or pretty good.
I'll go last 2 editions. I don't think I can go back as far as 3 weeks, but the last 2 weeks have been very entertaining episodes of Raw that I definitely put my thumbs up of approval on.
I want to think the third one was decent. Like, it was a step in the right direction. Good, kind of. It wasn't great, but it was decent. You know. So I want to think that the last 3 have been decent to good, not a complete shit show like it's been. You know how down on the product I've been lately, so.
Well, it's the shit show.
Yeah, that too. Road to FyterFest from the latest edition. Preview of one of the tag teams that's going to be on the card, Private Party. And the episode kicked off with Brandy Rhodes talking about how All Out sold out in just 15 minutes. I think. Oh, I thought Kofi won that. I heard the 2 count, and I was like, oh. Well, there's your 50-50 booking. Dolph Ziggler wins the second fall. We got 10 minutes left for the third fall.
Ugh.
Brandy mentions how huge for a company that's yet to start their series on TNT, how huge it is for them to sell out All Out in 15 minutes.
She's not wrong.
No. She thanks the fan base for their incredible support. And she can reveal that the AEW Women's World Championship will be unveiled at All Out. So that'll be cool. Something to look forward to there.
Wonder what woman they're going to get to introduce it. Like, they got Brett to introduce the world title. I wonder what women they'll bring out to show off the women's.
Trish Stratus or Lita. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, WWE would not be happy about that.
I'm sure they weren't happy about Brett, but like, Brett doesn't give a shit. So
no, Brett doesn't give a flying fuck.
So what woman?
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm super curious as to who they'd bring out for that.
What woman wouldn't give a flying fuck?
Maybe Medusa.
Yeah, she just threw the WWE title in the trash then. Huh?
I'm just saying, if you're looking for a woman that doesn't give a fuck, that's got a good, a legacy in this business, Medusa pretty much falls at the top of my list.
Yep. They went to Jabali, who is going to be facing Michael Nakazawa.
Meh.
In a hardcore match, I think.
Yeah, I'm glad it's on the pre-show.
Oh, is that on the buy-in?
That's on the buy-in, yes.
He then talked about Christopher Daniels, his relationship with SEMA. They're going to be fighting at FyterFest. They met in '99 when he was Curry Man. He's hot. He's spicy. I think him and SEMA's going to put they're going to put on a fucking hell of a good match. I can't wait for that. He thinks that the match will be a big showcase for SEMA to properly introduce himself to the North American audience, as if the match at Double or Nothing with the 6-man tag didn't do that. This one-on-one match with CD is definitely going to do that. So, and then we get a look at Private Party. And what do you guys think of this new team? I mean, I've seen some video, and damn, I mean, these guys could do some shit. I'm excited to see what these guys can do at the FyterFest match.
Good shit, pal.
Hell of a signing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of their great young up-and-coming tag teams.
I don't even know when they started wrestling, man.
I think I think they're young. They're very innovative. I think that with the right guidance and the right booking, they'll be fine. I mean, but you also have the great thing about AEW is you have SCU, you have the Young Bucks, you got the Lucha Brothers, you got the Best Friends who they can learn from.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So they'll be great.
I went to Fandom here. Let me see if I can figure it out. They debuted in 2015.
Yeah, they're young pups in this business.
Yeah,
man,
dude, they're no older than 25, 26 years old.
Yep. Mark Quinn is. Well, it says Mark Quinn made his debut in 2001.
Damn,
that doesn't make any sense.
How?
I don't know.
That's got to be wrong.
And yeah, that's got to be wrong. Isaiah Cassidy made his debut in 2015. He's 21. Yeah,
and they both went to the same wrestling school.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's got to be wrong. Yeah, so let's just look at Cassidy. It says he was born in 97. He's 21 and made his debut in 2015. So yeah, I would go with that on Mark Quinn too.
I would too.
Yeah, they're not that. I don't think they can even rent a fucking car right now.
Well, they both can drink. At least Isaiah can drink. So
you can rent a car at 21, can't you?
Without fees and shit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, boys. Let's talk about FyterFest. Let's run down the card.
Word, son.
To your mother.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There was a near fall that I was about ready to puke on.
Come on, man. It's 9:54, dude. They ain't getting that fall yet.
You never know. Maybe Bray Wyatt will come out.
I wish. I missed Firefly Funhouse this week. And don't get me wrong, I liked the little teasers backstage.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about those teasers was that the commentators didn't beat us over the head with them and mention them. Like, if you weren't paying attention, you didn't notice them. Yeah. It was cool.
My guess is he makes his return at Extreme Rules. It makes sense for a guy like that. It makes sense for a character like that. Shows up at Extreme Rules.
Well, where does he show up? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good question. But I think he's going to tease us for the next 2 Raws. Did he tease us on SmackDown tonight? I haven't been paying attention.
I haven't seen him.
Did not notice anything on SmackDown tonight, but it doesn't mean I just didn't miss it.
Was Abigail the only thing on Raw last night? Because that's the only thing I caught.
No,
Mercy the Buzzard was stalking Kofi Kingston.
Oh.
When Kofi was putting the pancakes in his title belt.
Oh, I didn't peep that. I didn't go back and look at that.
Yeah. Mercy.
5 minutes left on SmackDown. They're still going at it. We'll go to FyterFest here pre-show. Who's going to win between Jabali and Michael Nakazawa?
You got to put Jabali over on that one.
You going to put Jabali over? Matt, you putting Jabali over?
Yes. Fuck Nakazawa, man.
God, you sound like Matt Jackson over there.
It's my spirit animal.
Fuck Michael Nakazawa. Okay, I'll go with the team here and go Jabali. Over under on number of bottles of baby oil that get used in this match.
I say 1.
One is enough.
It's a hardcore match, though.
Yeah, you don't want to kill Jabali. Like, he already started wrestling. Didn't he tear an Achilles or something when he first started wrestling?
Jabali? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him. So.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles when he was training.
Yeah.
2 other matches are on the buy-in. Hey, one of the librarians. And Peter Avalon's going to be at her side, apparently. Leva Bates is going to take on Kylie Ray. You got to go with the librarian side of this, right?
Kylie Ray needs to pick up a win after Double or Nothing. I think she's got to win this.
I think so. What do you think,
I think the librarian gimmicks are more about backstage skits and stuff than they are about actual wins and losses.
Okay.
I say the same. I say Kylie Ray, considering the fact that the women's title will be unveiled at All Out. So
okay, and Kylie's going to be more of a contender than Leva at this point.
Pretty much, she's going to be taken a little more serious.
They are picking up the pace in this main event. That's because there's 3 minutes to go left in the show. That's why. Oh, this triple threat match is gonna be good, and you get to see it for free because the whole fucking show's for free. But this is on the buy-in as well. Best Friends, SoCal Uncensored, and Private Party. Do we give the shine to Private Party right off the bat, or do we give it to one of the more seasoned teams? Because I said myself on the show, I think the first tag team champions of this company is going to be Best Friends. So I'm putting Best Friends over here for another win, as they got a win in the last pay-per-view. But what do you guys say between Best Friends, SoCal Uncensored, and Private Party D?
I say SoCal Uncensored. I say,
SCU.
you know, the only reason I say that is because you think that Best Friends are going to win a title, so they don't necessarily have to win on Saturday. But also, you let Private Party just show out and have a bunch of spots, so you know that they're kind of proven. Just my theory.
Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. It's a one-on-one match. Thank God.
The dogs agreed.
And the dogs agree. They're happy.
They celebrated.
I told you they were all. Oh wait, there's still 2 minutes left.
Where's Joe?
I think it's just enough time to celebrate. I think Joe's probably already had it overseas.
Oh yeah, he
part
is.
of the Raw brand.
He was on Twitter and saying that Hello Kitty was.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah, Joe's going to Singapore already.
2 minutes left though, guys.
I don't think we're gonna get anything. I think it's just gonna be Kofi dancing and showing off for 2 minutes. I'll be shocked if we get something here.
Now we're down to 1 minute.
Oh, Grave, shut the fuck up.
You guys filibuster this last minute. I'm gonna shut the door to try to drown the dogs out. Okay.
Word, son. So.
I don't know why you have to drown the dogs out. They're just excited about the end of that match. The Dolph didn't win.
Who let the dogs out?
Clearly, JB let the dogs in. So it is what it is. Nice. That was a nice finish, though. You know,
it was pretty good. Like, I like the fact that.
I hope this is it, though. Like, I seriously hope. Like, if I don't see Kofi Kingston against Dolph Ziggler again, I'll be really okay with it.
I think we're getting tired of these boring ass. You know, between the big 4 pay-per-views, you know, there's always like the Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules or Stomping Ground, Great Balls of Fire, or whatever. So you got to have the little feuds to entertain those pay-per-views.
Yeah, I just feel like this match has been overdone already.
Which one?
Kofi and Dolph.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew I wasn't upset that they did the steel cage because Super Shit Show was not really a that was
but look, when you run a steel cage match, it should end the feud. Maybe I'm old school. When maybe I'm old school like that. But if you need to take a wrestling feud inside a steel cage, that shit needs to be it.
That's what I'm saying. And
the fact that they came back to it tonight, I'm just like, oh my god, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I was not upset that they did this steel cage match at Stomping Grounds because the Super Shitdown show was not. It didn't even feel like a title match. There was no near falls. It was not a good match. I felt like the cage match was going to give us a good title match, and it did. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But hey, at least the outcome was what it should be. So hey. All right, let me readjust here. So now that I don't have to watch the TV anymore, I can focus on the computer. Back to the FyterFest predictions. We got. D, did we get your prediction on the 3-way? Did you officially predict?
Yeah. I said SCU.
Okay, and Matt, you said SCU.
I think Private Party.
Oh, you said private. Oh, you say okay. We did get your prediction, Matt. So, anything you want to add to that?
I think they've got the promo behind them going into the event. The other teams don't. I think they need it more than the other 2 teams do, to be quite frankly. And I think it would be a good showcase to let them win this thing.
How about this? How interesting is this in AEW on a pre-show? We're split 3 ways on a 3-way tag match where we couldn't have cared less on a kickoff show match on WWE.
Because we know that WWE pretty much is more or less predictable, or they'll do some stupid shit just to set up something else with their own agenda. Whereas AEW, it's about the fans, and we know there's going to be a clean finish to every damn near every pay-per-view, and they're giving people chances too. They're not burying anybody.
Yeah.
So the fact that you pick somebody different, I pick somebody different, Matt pick somebody different, actually makes me happy because it makes it more competitive, and it actually gives us the one thing that wrestling you cannot predict what's going on. Don't tell me who to root for. Don't tell me who you think is going to win. None of that shit. Yeah. Just let us surprise us.
Yeah, it's so cool that's on the buy-in, you know.
Right. You know what I mean? That's what we join wrestling for. Who's going to win? I don't know, but we'll find out. That's the excitement in wrestling right there.
We're invested on this match on the fucking buy-in, which is great.
Absolutely.
This match is going to be great. Three-way dance with the women. Two of the Joshi girls that were in the six-man tag. Yuka Sakazaki, Riho. Riho's one of my favorite girls that was in that match. And Nyla Rose.
Is that the little one?
Yeah.
That little one can go. She was my favorite out of that match.
Yeah, that's who I'm picking to win.
I'm with you on it.
I think Nyla's too obvious with the smaller girls, so I think one of the Joshi girls is going to win this. So you go on Riho with me. Matt, do you like that too?
I think Nyla Rose wins.
Okay. Think she's going to just dominate?
I think they want to showcase her since they didn't get to do so in the match because Colin was there.
Okay.
So I think she gets the win here.
You know what?
That makes sense.
Nah, you know what? I'm going to switch up and go with Nyla Rose.
I ain't bitching out. I'm going Riho still.
Nah, what Matt said makes a lot of sense. If you paid attention to that match at Double or Nothing, like they didn't really highlight what Nyla can do.
Yeah, I ain't.
And if we're lucky, we get Nyla Rose and Colin 1-on-1 it all out.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
There's a 5. We mentioned this just a little bit ago. CD Christopher Daniels against CIMA. Does CD put him over? Matt.
I wouldn't. To me, Daniel should win this match. CIMA's. I'm not trying to be mean, but the dude's seen his better days in the business already.
True.
And
Do you still see CD as a legitimate top threat in singles action? I mean, he should.
Yes, he should be at least for a couple more years of his career.
He's not. He was not that far off from ROH World Champion. So I'm just asking.
Like 2 years ago.
And that answered my question. CD's winning this.
So yes, I definitely feel like Christopher Daniels should be considered in the top echelon of talent at All Elite right now. And you have Scorpio and Frankie doing the tag team shit.
I was just going to ask you if that's how you feel like they'll do SCU once AEW gets going TV wise.
That's how I would do it.
Okay, Daryl, you see the same?
Yeah, I see the same. I think that AEW is going to for this show and Fight for the Fallen. I think they're going to put over more of the consistent AEW talent to set up for their bigger shows, whether it be the TV once they debut on TV as well as All Out. So it doesn't make any sense for CIMA to win. You got to highlight Christopher Daniels. He's going to be one of your main talent on the show.
Yeah, because I don't really believe that CIMA is going to be a week-to-week staple.
Okay.
For AEW when the show starts in October, and I could be completely wrong.
It'd be cool
but
if he is,
I don't believe that he will be.
Four-way dance. Well, it was supposed to be a one-on-one match, Adam Page and MJF, but bad phone lines ended up making this a four-way match. If you watch BTE, you know what I'm talking about. Adam Page, Jimmy Havoc, Jungle Boy, and MJF. I am here to see Jimmy Havoc beat the fuck out of MJF. I think we all are. You can't have Adam Page lose this match, though, right, boys?
He has to win.
Exactly.
Page has to win. It doesn't matter who he beats either.
Yeah,
but if you look, he's facing Jericho and All Out for the world title. Page can't afford to lose a match going into that match. He just can't.
Exactly.
Especially in a company where they're stressing the facts that wins and losses matter.
Yeah.
You can't go into this with a loss. He has to go into that match with Jericho undefeated.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to see MJF's facial expressions when Jimmy Havoc gets his hands on him.
Oh my!
It's gonna be good. John Moxley, Joey Janela. We all know who's going to win, but is Joey Janela going to die?
They're going to beat the shit out of each other.
They're going to beat.
I said this last week. They're going to beat the dog shit out of each other.
They're going to beat the holy bejesus fucking dog shit out of each
I
other.
think this match is going to come as a gigantic shock to the system of anybody who only knows Moxley as Dean Ambrose.
Oh yes, oh yes.
I think
We're gonna
a
get
lot
some-
of
we're
people
gonna get
are
some-
going to be freaked out by what they're going to see on
We're
Saturday.
gonna
about-
we're
we're
gonna
about
get
to go
some
back-
we're gonna get some CZW mocks, aren't
Right, that's exactly what I was about to say, JV. CZW death matches. Just
Yep.
be prepared, folks.
we? 6-man tag, the Elite, the Elite against the Lucha Brothers and the Laredo Kid. D, who do you put over here?
I'm going with the Elite.
The Elite, Matt.
Yeah, Kenny can't afford 2 losses in a row. He has to win.
Absolutely.
They have to win this match.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you put the Elite together. They've already and the Bucks already dropped the tag titles. There's no titles on the line. It's going to be a hell of a spectacular match. But yeah, there's no way the Elite loses here. This match,
It just wouldn't make any sense.
Not at all.
this match, mark my words, this match is going to leave your jaw on the floor, and you're going to be talking about this one for a while. This is going to be spectacular. Darby Allin against Cody. You got to put Cody over. You got to put it.
No.
Oh, you don't think so? Even with
No.
the tag match coming up at Fight for the Fallen,
No.
you put Darby Allin over, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
I got to agree.
Wow, I did not expect that answer.
Yes.
I did not expect that
Yes. Think about it, dude. First match in AEW.
answer. Beating Cody.
Cody won his first match over his brother.
Yeah.
You're already going to do Dustin and Cody at Fight for the Fallen against the Young Bucks, which will probably put Cody and Dustin over, possibly.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but maybe.
But I just think that Cody's a businessman,
It's an easy
and
way
you
to
can't.
it's an easy way for Dustin to take a pin too, though.
Right. Well, I think Cody's so much of a businessman to the point where he doesn't feel he has to win every match. It's going to be a hell of a match,
Does
but I
this close
think
the
put
show?
Darby over. Yes, I think you put Darby over. That promo that he cut
Oh,
a couple weeks
money.
ago,
Money.
yes,
Does
you
this-
got to put Darby over.
This match closed the show.
I think the 6-man probably closes
yeah, I was
the
about
show.
to say, I think Darby and Cody probably will be the match before the main event.
Oh man, this match is gonna steal the show, though. Mark my words. I can't wait for it. And then, please, AEW gods, somewhere down the line, I've been begging you on Twitter, but please, one of these days, give me Moxley and Allen. Give it to me.
Jesus Christ.
Give it to me, please.
That's it.
All 3 of us are going to be home Saturday, so maybe if we get a bug up our ass, maybe we'll record after FyterFest.
I'll be a little under the influence. I'll be ready to party.
Okay, never mind.
Oh my.
Private,
Oh no, I'm always good with wrestlers. Come on now.
Private party.
Oh
I'll
boy.
be ready to boogie on the podcast.
Y'all fucking crazy. Y'all fucking crazy.
Oh boy. Boy. NXT this week, I believe the first set of the new tapings. Great open with the Undisputed Era, Dream and Breeze. That was phenomenal, wasn't it, guys?
Absolutely.
I just Tyler Breeze is just home at NXT, isn't he, guys? I mean, thank God. Thank God he's not sitting there and catering all night, you know. And of course Matt Riddle in there as well, setting up a match later on. How good did Damian Priest look in his NXT debut, guys?
Oh, I've always loved him since ROH days, even when he was at the Monster Factory.
I think NXT has given him the persona he didn't have in ROH. So I'd say look out for this guy, huh?
Well, you know, Triple H lets you be you,
Yeah.
unless you just don't have, unless you just don't got it.
I kind of like the persona. He's kind of like that nightclub guy. You know, he's out partying a little bit, but he's got that dark side, and he'll fuck shit up. And I kind of like what they're doing with this guy. You know, they're not doing the paint by numbers thing Vince would do with him.
Facts.
A couple ladies I like, Taya Narakanchi and Xia Li had a good match. Xia Li getting the win there. And then, main event was so good. Matt Riddle, Tyler Breeze, and Velveteen Dream defeated the Undisputed Era. No, actually, I'm sorry. Era won. Baby. Roderick Strong pinned Velveteen Dream. Should we pencil that in for TakeOver at SummerSlam weekend?
You bet your sweet ass.
That's the start of the Undisputed Era dripping in gold, don't you think?
Yep.
Stomping Grounds this week. When is it? When can these cruiserweights get some respect? Because that was a fucking great kickoff show match, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shout out to Seth Rollins for letting them know.
Shout out to Drew Gulak for finally winning some gold.
Philly.
That was a hell of a match. I caught the most of it. I got into the pay-per-view right into that match. And, woof. Loved it. Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans, better than the last time, I would say. Lacey looks a little better, but would you guys say still has some work to do, but better than the last time?
Oh, she totally has work to do.
But would you say this was a better
does.
Would you say it was a better match than the last one?
Yes, but I don't know how much that's saying either.
Well, let me ask both.
She's just not that good yet. She wasn't ready to be called up.
No.
Her gimmick was main roster ready, but her in-ring work is not.
Exactly.
She's
gimmick is great.
She's like when Liv Morgan got called up.
Mm-hmm.
When she was anything but ready. She's ready now. Now she's not even being used. But it took her a while after being up here to actually be ready.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Whose fault is that? Because are you literally basing?
What are you talking about, pal? It's nobody's fault.
That's what I'm saying. Are you literally basing bringing these females up because of look?
Yeah, because Vince sure as fuck ain't watching NXT.
Obviously. Obviously.
That is all he's basing it on.
Like
why do you think Lars Sullivan hasn't had a mic yet? But we all know he can fucking talk and cut a promo.
We don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about that. He's gone for a while.
I know. But I'm using that as a reason though, because
he had that interview like a week ago, or like a week before he got hurt.
Interview.
Wow.
And it took how long to get that interview?
It's one thing if Matt or JB does a daggone article on something, I don't give a fuck if it's WWE or a peanut butter goddamn sandwich. Like you guys do your research on the shit. This son of a bitch just looks at the look and like, oh, okay, they're ready to come up. Let's not give them a mic yet. They're not that good. Come on, you fucking dummy! Like, get it together.
You know, he did the same thing with Dana Brooke too.
He did the same thing with fucking Apollo Crews.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. Apollo Crews didn't even have a single feud at NXT.
Not at all. He probably had one takeover match, period, in his damn NXT career.
Did he even have one?
I want to say he did. Don't quote me on it, but
he never had a feud, so I don't even know if he had a takeover match.
But that's the crazy part. Like, that's why your ratings are so fucked up now, because you're not paying attention to what's in front of you. Yeah. Like, come on now. Like, are you actually listening to Triple H or Matt Bloom?
Yeah.
Come on now. Hire Matt Black. He'll set the shit straight. Hire JB Huskers. Shit, I'll even tell you, dumbass, that you fucked up.
The problem is, none of us would last a week with that company with Vince running that show.
Oh, but if Triple H running that show, I'd be him and Stephanie's right-hand man.
Well, Triple H is not even getting to Vince right now, so nobody.
Yeah, so how the fuck does anybody think that anybody else would?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say this. I'll say this real quick. This past Monday Night Raw yesterday, and the surprise by the Undertaker was what's the word I'm looking for?
A welcome surprise?
It was a welcome surprise, but it was a sign that Vince is panicking and he's desperate. He had to bring out his biggest gun to compete with FyterFest, to compete with Fight for the Fallen, to compete with All Out.
Taker said, "I want to get that last memory out of my mind right now."
Right.
I think that probably had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
I think I would not be surprised to find out this was Taker's idea.
I was surprised as fuck to see him competing at Extreme Rules, though. I didn't think it'd be till Survivor Series with Shane, or SummerSlam with Shane.
You know what that was? That was the fact that you couldn't sell out Stomping Ground, and you had to curtain off seats to just show the rest of the pay-per-view audience that couldn't fill up the state, you couldn't fill up the arena. Yeah. So now you bring in the Undertaker,
bringing the guns for Extreme Rules,
right? And it's in Philly, and you know Philly's a wrestling town.
Everybody's gonna expect, it's gonna be a shit show throwaway till we get to SummerSlam.
Pretty fucking much, yes. So you bring out your big gun.
Toronto this year, right?
Yes. That's what you do. You bring out your big gun.
How great was that Ali vignette?
I love Ali.
I've not seen a bad vignette for that guy yet. And this one was kind of like a superhero kind of type of thing. A Chicago superhero is what I kind of saw it as. But man, that was a great. I don't know what the point of it was. Obviously to put him over a little bit. But I mean, we've seen some of these before. But maybe they're repushing him. I don't know. But it was a random spot to put it in.
They're probably trying to find some room for him.
To me, it's a way to keep him on television and keep him in the minds of fans when they don't have anything for him at the moment.
Yeah, because he's kind of disappeared.
Which I don't mind at all.
He's kind of disappeared since Money in the Bank, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
he might have been hurt. He might have gotten hurt at Money in the Bank too.
Oh, that's Brock.
Yeah, exactly. So
throwing that damn ladder. I liked KO and Sammy against Biggie and Woods. You guys?
Yeah, it was fine. I thought it was a good match.
It was pretty good.
Woods selling that stunner was great.
Bunch of near falls at the end. Some good false finishes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good match. Like, I thought Stomping Grounds overall was a really good show. So
Woods selling that stunner was so good. It was he just like fucking froze and popped up straight up. It was so funny. Oh boy. We were asking for it. Social media was asking for it, and thank God we got it. We got a great 12-minute match between Joe and Ricochet, didn't we?
Sure did.
I called it. Title change.
Good shit, pal.
Code breaker in 6:30. Ricochet, your new United States champion. How about that? Ricochet holding gold already. If that doesn't tell you something, I mean, at least Vince ain't burying that guy.
No,
dude had equal back and forth chance with AJ Styles last night. That tells you everything you need to know.
In the main event of Raw, by the way.
It's a very good sign for his long-term future with that company.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when he got called up, are you surprised at that fact that he's at this point right now?
Not really.
No, not really.
Really? With Vince?
Here's the thing. You got to look at the times now. Like, in past, let's just say 6 to 8 months ago, Ricochet would have probably been buried, getting his ass whooped every damn Monday night or whatever the case may be. The fact that Vince has competition now, so he has to let the flowers blossom per se. Yeah. That's all that is right there, and I'm not knocking it.
Cool scene backstage with Ricochet and Gorilla, where Ricochet is in Gorilla and is met by a bunch of people. First Seth Rollins, then Hawkins and Ryder, Carmella, Charlotte Flair, which is interesting because she's a heel, but oh well, right, Daryl.
Yes, indeed.
And heavy machinery, and then of course the daddy of NXT, Triple H, gave him a big hug, so that was pretty cool. And Shane Helms was there too. So very, very cool scene back there, wasn't it?
Hey, you know what? As long as they do the right thing in WWE, and I'm not saying telling them what to do, but just do right by your talent. You know what I mean? I'm cool with it.
He's probably like, I'm giving you a hug because you didn't get screwed over by Vince. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was WOW. Heavy Machinery against Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I say WOW because I know Heavy Machinery is a good tag team, but I thought maybe this would be a squash or something. I did not expect a great 15-minute tag match. Did you?
I didn't expect it because I've never been a fan of Heavy Machinery.
Yeah.
But they impressed me.
Yeah.
Like, they actually had time to, like, shine, because I just thought they were, like, a gimmicky tag team.
Yeah. Now, I've seen what they can do, tandem moves and shit, and I saw Matt post on Twitter. I missed the first hour of SmackDown, so apparently they had a good match tonight, too, because Matt posted on Twitter, he said the last 72 hours has impressed him immensely with Heavy Machinery. So, you know, I missed the first hour, but we'll recap that here in real quick here after we talk about Raw. But yeah, I think they opened up a lot of eyes on Stomping Grounds, to be honest. So, and for some reason, Daniel Bryan on purpose called himself Mr. Small Package Strike. He goes, Mr. Small Package Strikes again. I don't know if I'd call myself Mr. Small Package.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that and sleep at night.
I can only imagine what the comments were after that.
Hashtag Mr. Small Package.
Bailey and Alexa Bliss. This match was probably the lowest part. I mean, it was a good match, decent match, but it was predictable as hell with Cross costing Alexa, but Alexa really not getting mad at her, so I guess that was the surprise part about it. But Bailey getting the win. I predicted that one because I just did not think they would put the title on Bliss with her.
Yeah, I think we all predicted it. I mean, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. They showed the replay of R-Truth rolling up Drake Maverick at his wedding. How great was that video?
Dude, that shit was hilarious. The 24/7 titles is actually rejuvenated me in WWE right now.
The belt is shit, but they have booked it well.
He's talking about the Newport 100 Championship?
Yep, the Newport Menthol Championship, baby.
Yes.
But since day one, it's been booked well, so.
I can't believe you guys sit here and talk about Mr. Small Package and don't recall the history behind that name.
Help us, Matt.
He developed that gimmick in Ring of Honor.
Oh, see, I didn't watch Ring of Honor.
When Bryan Danielson got someone in a small package, they never got out. He was referred to Mr. Small Package. When he hit the small package in Ring of Honor, it was always a guaranteed victory. So that's where the name came from. It's an old homage to his Ring of Honor run.
That was before I started watching Ring of Honor, so. Blame D then, because he probably watched Ring of Honor then.
I did, but see, my social activities make my memory a little bad.
Daryl's like, the thing is.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
All right.
I need that wait a minute on the soundboard, like real shit.
Wait a minute. I thought Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre was a good fucking match. I don't know.
It wasn't bad.
They were beating the dog shit out of each other. It was great back and forth. A lot of good energy. We had a lot of too much sweat-o-mac, but
to me, it's just another match. To me, it's just another match I don't need to see again.
I enjoy. Yeah, true. They've had enough, but I enjoyed it. Steel cage match, Kofi and Dolph was solid. A lot of great moments, but I thought the end was very unique. He didn't
creative. Yes,
he didn't quite nail it perfectly, but I think that's what adds to it, that he didn't quite nail it perfectly and hit the floor hard, because they played it off as he like put his body on the line to keep that title, and Jesus, he hit that floor hard because he caught his legs on the top rope and splatted right over Dolph. But yeah, that was a unique finish there, wasn't it, guys?
That was very creative.
It was the match I was hoping we'd get at Super Showdown, but we all know that was a glorified house show, so we ain't gonna get that show at Super Shitdown. So,
man, let's not talk about that bullshit ever again.
We will, because look, how many more years are they fucking contracted for?
What, 8 more?
Matt, you know?
I think he's right. I think it's around 7 to 8 more years.
That many fucking years?
Yeah, they signed a 10-year contract.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A WrestleMania worthy pay-per-view.
Do you guys agree with me that this was actually good booking that they made Lacey Evans the guest referee?
That was smart.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, I didn't hate it.
It was very smart.
Yeah, I thought that was great booking. I don't know. What is it? Is it weird that this was basically an angle for a main event of a pay-per-view? Or in the WWE Network era, it's okay because this was actually kind of an entertaining last few minutes, and when Becky came out, it was fucking great. What do you guys think about the end?
Like I said, it was creative because now what WWE likes to do is they like to set stuff up for their next pay-per-view. So that was very creative of how they handled the situation. Bringing Lacey Evans, she just lost the match. Yeah. Who did Lacey Evans lose the match to? Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is Seth Rollins' boyfriend. There it is. I mean, Seth Rollins' girlfriend. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, are you upset that the final match of a pay-per-view was more of an angle than it was a match?
Like I said, they were setting up the next pay-per-view. So I'm cool with that.
You cool with that? Okay. Matt, you okay with that?
Yeah, it's whatever as long as it's done after Extreme Rules. Because I'm so done.
Oh my!
On both of these feuds.
Oh my! Well, Matt, you said it best on Twitter about Becky Lynch's suggestion or something. You said yes, fine. That you were waiting.
Yeah, you did.
And it was kind of a great awe moment with Seth and Becky ending Stomping Grounds, wasn't it?
I'll say this: I will not what they do, but they can be a little more convincing. And I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but
I think Seth was trying to.
I think they kept it PG.
They want, yeah.
Is the best way I could describe it.
I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think Seth did not want to make it too PDA.
I get it. You know, cause especially with Becky being the man,
he didn't want to live sex show it with Edge and Lita. You know, he just wanted to. I wouldn't
mind seeing a boob here and there. Who doesn't want to see a boob? But at the same damn time, it's a way of doing it.
I think the way Seth did it, where he didn't shove his tongue down her throat, I think that was fine.
I mean, it wasn't like if Matt saw, Mandy Rose or something like that.
Oh, come on.
Man, you're just playing the trump card there. So,
look, if Mandy Rose was my girlfriend, I would treat her with the utmost respect. Thank you very much. I would not be shoving my tongue down her throat on live television. Rollins was a gentleman, damn it.
Behind closed doors, what would you be doing?
Well, we're not talking about what goes down behind closed doors. Now you're just fucking up shit.
He's just trying to get in your craw.
Oh.
We asked the general public what you thought of Stomping Grounds after it went off the air. Hey, the majority said B. Hey, over half of you said either A or B, because 17% of you said A, 44% of you said B, 17% of you said C, and then 22% of you gave it the old drizzling shits. You know what? I'm gonna say that. Which means
you probably didn't even watch the fucking show.
I should say that from now on. Instead of saying D/F, I should say drizzling shits. Or will that just drive people to vote for drizzling shits?
It probably would drive people to vote for that. So let's refrain from that.
Let's not set yourself up for failure, sir.
What did you guys think?
I truly think anybody that could have rated this pay-per-view a D or an F either didn't watch it or just went in already telling themselves that they were going to hate it. Nothing that could have been done was going to change their mind.
I'm going to say it was a B. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view
as well.
Well, I gave it a B too. I voted. I voted so. I voted so I could see the poll. For fuck's sake. Well, I mean, Matt, I said it myself on the show. I'm like, I'm not convinced. I don't know if I'm even going to watch it live. I watched the first hour and a half live, and then I caught up. But I wasn't convinced it was going to be a good show. I mean, you called it. It felt like a great balls of fire. It didn't look good on paper, and it came out great. And there you go.
Well, that's the thing is, I thought it looked decent on paper. I just thought the build sucked.
Yeah. Monday Night Raw last week. What did you guys think of the? We all know the open where it leads to Rollins and Becky against Corbin and Lynch, title for title, winner take all. Obviously, if Rollins and Lynch win, no more feud. Thank you. which is going to happen. They're going to win. Corbin and Lacey ain't fucking winning, guys. But what did you think of the open with of Raw with Becky and Rollins? Do you think they're doing?
It was fine.
Do you think the WWE is doing this relationship thing from a booking standpoint? Do you think they're doing a good job? Are they feeding it too much to us, or just right?
Just right. Like I said, I look at the bigger picture as far as timing is concerned.
Shit, D wants tongue down the throat, so.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn it. I just look at the bigger picture. God damn it, JB.
Yeah, you say God damn it because I'm right, pal.
Damn it.
I'll just say this. Like, I look at the bigger picture
he wants to
as
have
far
live sex
as
celebrations and boobies popping out.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with us seeing a boobie here and there, but like I think all three of us will like to see a boob here and there.
I remember seeing Miss Jackie's boob pop out once.
I wouldn't mind saying that again. That was a great moment in my childhood.
Oh my.
Anyway, I just look at the bigger picture. Like, SummerSlam's coming up, so you got to set up the new feuds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it be Becky, whether it be Seth, whether it be
you guys have any feelings towards what the feuds are going to be with those two guys?
Becky, I'm not sure about. Seth, I'm putting together a couple of feuds.
Yes. You want to tell the class?
Seth, I honestly, am looking at maybe Drew.
I would have said Drew, but he's been Shane's bitch lately, and he's losing matches.
Yeah, well, the reason why I say this is because if you look at what Kofi's going to, you got Kofi and Joe. You don't know if that feud is going to continue beyond Extreme Rules, and even with Kofi, I think. Even with Kofi, I think after Roman is done with Shane, or if Shane might be the next contender for Kofi. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the only person left over for Seth. I don't think anybody else is worthy for Seth besides Drew, honestly.
What about Becky?
Becky, I can't call it right now. I really can't call it because I don't think any.
Do you have any inklings, Matt?
I don't know.
Drew. The thing with Drew, though, is at least there is going to be probably 5 weeks between Extreme Rules and SummerSlam where you can build it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the bigger picture, and for the most part, I don't think anybody, as far as Becky's concerned, unless they bring in Charlotte again.
Oh no.
Is worthy of title contention. Or unless you bring back Ronda, but she might be having babies.
Nah. God, who's even...
That's my point. Like, who's worthy of Becky? Unless they just bring somebody else, like the backside of their ass.
Well, you got that wild card rule.
Yeah, you're right. But who's worthy of Becky on both shows?
Maybe Sasha will be back.
They might be saving it for her, and I wouldn't mind that.
Jesus Christ! I'm looking.
That's my best that I can offer you right now.
I'm looking at the division, and you're right.
That's the only other person that's SummerSlam worthy.
Unless you bring over Mandy Rose and or Sonya Deville, but I don't know. Sonya won't be ready for that, but Mandy could be.
Mandy could be.
Yeah, if you bring Mandy over, I think Mandy and Becky would be a SummerSlam worthy feud.
And you can't say there's not precedence for it because now Alexa Bliss is challenging.
Yeah.
For the SmackDown fucking title 2 pay-per-views in a row, and she's a Raw girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So.
Unless, and that's the thing, if say for instance you bring Charlotte in to fight Becky, Charlotte to fight Bayley again. It's worthy enough. They don't fight too often. Not since Bayley debuted on Raw.
Bayley?
So why not? Yeah, Bayley.
We had an elimination tag match as a way to go to a commercial break in between falls. We had Ms. TV with R-Truth and Carmella, but Truth was a little scared, but Miz said, hey, don't worry. As long as I'm doing the interview, you cannot get pinned. So, Truth is now a 7-time 24/7 champ.
What's up?
They re-showed the pinning of Drake Maverick at his wedding, and Miz goes, really? This Miz TV was funny. R-Truth says, being the 48/7 European television champion is no joke.
That was the funniest part of that whole promo.
Oh, no, the funniest part was yet to come. Truth said that he hasn't been able to eat, drink, or be merry. He says he can't go to the grocery store or picnics without looking over his back. Superstar showing up at his crib. People dressed like the police telling him to turn his music down. His car's on fire. He's like, I'm smarter than that. Drake Maverick shows up. He looks all distressed after his wedding. He's still wearing his wedding clothes, by the way. And he says that winning the 24/7 title was the biggest moment of his career. And the wedding day was supposed to be the biggest moment of his life. And Truth ruined it. And
that asshole.
And Drake said his wife won't talk to him or go on their honeymoon, and they haven't consummated the marriage. And Truth says, fiber's good for that. That was the funniest line of the thing. No, Truth, consummated, not constipated. And then the crowd starts chanting constipated.
Dude, Truth has been my guiding light.
Drake says he wants a chance to win back his life and wants a shot at the 24/7 title. Miz gets in his earpiece that from management that if Truth is willing to defend the title, no other competitors can challenge during the match. And Truth goes, Hornswoggle, you got your match. So we get Drake Maverick in a match. I'm excited until, 12 seconds later it's over. Drake got offense 1 for like 1 second. Yeah, that's it. After the match is over, then the floodgates opened up, and your new champion is... what the hell? Like a couple champions happened there, right? Like
let me see if I can remember this. It was Truth to Slater.
Yep.
Slater to Truth.
Yep.
Truth to Cedric Alexander.
Yep.
Alexander to EC3.
Yep.
And EC3 back to Truth.
There you go. Thank you.
Bam!
Good job, Matt.
That's a great fucking segment.
Oh, it was so
Cracked
good.
me up.
It was so
Just
good.
it really brought me back to the great, shit they used to do with the hardcore title that I just loved the hell out of. And yeah, I loved this.
So we're sitting here watching Raw going, why do we got to see this 2-on-1 match between Shane and Drew and Roman? Why are we seeing this? Why? Drew's holding Roman as Shane is going for a coast-to-coast. God, what the fuck?
I think I yelled, holy shit, in my living room.
Undertaker? Where'd he come from?
My wife does not watch wrestling, and I happen to have it on in the bedroom. She literally jumped up like I did and said, where the fuck did he come from?
Wow. I messaged Matt. I go, Matt, you know about this? And he's like, no.
I did not. I did not.
Wow. And, of course, dumb Shane, he jumps off the ropes right into the chokeslam. So Taker cleans house, and they later on announced the tag match, Undertaker and Roman against Shane and Drew at Extreme Rules.
Sad part is, if I could go to that, I would, and I'll be 10 minutes away.
Where's it at?
Sad.
Baltimore?
I went on a fishing trip
Oh.
during Extreme Rules.
No, where's Extreme Rules at?
Philly.
Oh, Philly. Then they
You should have damn well known better.
Then they follow up that with the Tug of War.
Oh my God! I'm about to now. You want to ask a feud that needs to be over with? That shit needs to be over with.
Yeah. AJ Styles is interviewed by Charlie Caruso about how he's ready to come back from injury, and he's like, wait a minute. As he hears No Way Jose's music playing, and Gallows and Anderson are dancing with the conga line. Styles is like, what are you doing? He mentions they have a match with the Viking Raiders, and Anderson says, we're at the top of our game, bro. Yeah, is that what happened last week and you lost in 4 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Gallows says, well, we'll prove those guys wrong. And you wrong, too. But just like last week, once they started getting cocky, that's when they lost. And the Viking Raiders took care of them in 4 minutes as well.
I wonder where this is going.
Especially when they came out during AJ's match, right? I thought they were going
I already know why. To me, this whole thing's being done
to bury them.
To bury them on their way out the door, because they were a lot nicer to Moxley than they should have been. They know these guys are out the door, so let's try to kill their value as much as we humanly possibly can before they're gone, so they mean less when they show up in AEW.
What do you mean?
Which is weird. They're putting it on TV a lot, and they're also giving them the upper hand in matches, like they're showing how good Carl Anderson could be in the ring in those couple of matches.
But that doesn't make any damn sense, because the wrestling fans,
WWE, dude, you really expect them to be making sense?
Like, hold up, like, so you gonna bury Gallows and Anderson in WWE, so then when they do show up in AEW, the real wrestling fans, with the quotation marks, real wrestling fans are gonna be like, oh shit, Gallows, Anderson, and
it's these jobbers.
Yeah, right. Okay, Matt was talking Vince logic. Okay, makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's exactly the logic I'm speaking.
I apologize. The whole 24/7 thing was during the supposed Heath Slater Mojo Rawley match, not Miz TV.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised.
I
actually thought Mojo was going to get some TV time.
Yeah, they had online. Why isn't Heath trying to get back at Drew? Well, we all know why. He's just going to get his ass kicked again. But Mojo made fun of Heath for getting his ass beat last week, so that's what supposedly was going to set up this match. But then 24/7 happened, and we were happy about that. So.
Yeah, the 24/7 segment was a lot better than worrying about a one-on-one match between Heath Slater and Mojo Rawley.
Yeah. Kofi took on Sam Zayn. That took about 8 minutes.
Sam.
Well, I'm surprised Tony Nese isn't dead.
And then, what happened? Did Oney Lorcan kill him?
Took a Canadian destroyer from Tozawa right on his fucking head and neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, they just showed it in replay in slow motion. Like, I'm shocked that he's moving right now.
So then,
it's called adrenaline, buddy.
Then KO challenged Kofi right away, and that made me think, KO is going to win cheap, so then they have a match at Extreme Rules. No, Kofi won in 2 minutes. Well, there goes that theory.
Book.
But then, there's Joe to destroy Kofi. Oh, there's where we're going with the title. Okay.
I'm here for it.
Poor Naomi got pinned in a minute by Alexa Bliss. Then it led to a tag match, which didn't last too much longer. That's all right, because we got the main event. Ricochet and
Holla.
AJ Styles, which Anderson and Gallows interrupted and tried to cheat for AJ. And AJ's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you guys to ruin this great match, which we were all agreeing on.
Get the fuck out of here. We need this commercial break spot.
Exactly. What another unique way to restart, go to commercial break, because they had to restart.
It's just, to me, it's so much better than 2 out of 3 falls.
True. Great stuff from AJ and Ricochet. AJ getting the win. So a rematch on a pay-per-view. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please. Thank you. They hug, hold each other's hands up, and all that good stuff at the end of Raw.
Extreme Rules AJ versus Ricochet for the for the United States title.
God, I wish it was for the Universal title.
That'd be awesome.
First hour of SmackDown before we went live. Anything noteworthy to say about that one, guys? I was gone, so we had Big E and Xavier taking on the tag champs in a non-title match. Is this basically setting up a Extreme Rules tag title match? With
I'm assuming so, but they didn't specify.
Nah.
Big E and Big E and Xavier lost in the pay-per-view, but then they win here, so it's kind of weird. And then Heavy Machinery joined in the fun. And I saw your tweet, Matt, so Heavy Machinery looking good here again, too, huh?
Another impressive showing for Heavy Machinery.
And then, hey, look, 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, I wonder why.
Groan.
Between Elias and Miz, and then the rest of it we already covered live, so there you go. Let me just see if there's any breaking news. Nope, just an ongoing number 1 contender match on 205 Live, which Matt is watching right now.
Nese just won.
So Nese and Gulak.
So it's going to be Nese and Gulak. I'm really surprised he's actually moving right now. That was a scary ass Canadian destroyer.
Thank God.
It's called adrenaline, buddy. You don't feel shit.
I don't know, man. When you get the neck injuries, you feel that shit.
What's your name? What's your name? I'm Batman.
He's good to go.
One of the put him back out there. One of the hidden gems this week on the WWE Network as we dive into headlines to end the show. The 1986 Crockett Cup, which was a Jim Crockett Memorial Tag Team Tournament from 1986. It was held in the Superdome in New Orleans, and so that it features 24 teams competing over 2 events. So all sorts of great tag teams from the past in the 80s there. So go check that out on the Hidden Gems section of the WWE Network. Nikki Bella made an appearance on Jimmy Fallon this week on The Tonight Show and mentioned why she's done in the ring for good. Actually, both her and Brie were on the show. And she mentioned that she has a herniated the disc above the disc that she had surgically repaired. And then also mentioned that she has a cyst on her brain. So some dangerous stuff there for her to get back into the ring, so that's why she has made the decision to retire for good from the ring.
Smart move.
Yeah. As we mentioned, I believe last week, we mentioned Colt Cabana is injured with a hematoma. He is now out of Best in the World this Friday. They will announce Nick Aldis' tag partner, which will be Matt Black, because he can't wait to tag with Nick Aldis.
Yeah, it's not happening. I don't even think I'm going. I don't even think I'm going to the show.
That's in Baltimore, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nick Aldis' tag partner replacement will be announced on the pre-show this Friday.
Only way I go to that show is if last minute Daryl calls me and says, "Hey, you want to go?" And I'll be like, "All right." I mean, like the only way I end up going.
Well, at least you can wash the taste out of your mouth. If it's bad, you can wash the taste out of your mouth on Saturday. So.
Well, if I go and it's bad, I'll wash the taste out of my mouth with some Chick-fil-A there at the arena.
I can't.
True, I had that for dinner tonight.
Word. I can't remember who they announced who his tag team partner is, but I can't remember who the fuck it is.
It's so weird.
What did they announce and then delete it?
I remember seeing it somewhere, like at least last week, but I cannot remember who his partner is going to be.
It's so weird how they had him and Colt.
I mean, they didn't even announce Colt was out until this week.
Today.
I swear I saw it somewhere.
Wasn't that announcement just today?
Dreams.
Yeah, I knew he was hurt, but I can't remember why. I'm actually looking at it right now. If I can find it before the show's over, then I'll let you know. But I swear I saw it.
Get well wishes to a guy I watched growing up at 5:05 on TBS. Beautiful Bobby Eaton from the Midnight Express. He's been hospitalized since last Friday with cardiac issues. He woke up on Friday morning with legs and other parts of his body swollen, so he went to the emergency room. He's been hospitalized ever since. His longtime friend and manager back in the 80s, Jim Cornette, took to Twitter and corrected reports that he had a heart attack. Instead, had noted that he had congestive heart failure. He's being treated with new medications. His heart rate is down, and his pacemaker is working fine. The situation is improving for the 60-year-old former tag team great.
I love the Midnight Express.
Oh, yeah. Watch
On a lighter note, JB, for fuck's sake.
What?
It's 6:05. Stop saying your central bullshit. Everybody that talks about the fucking that era, it's 6:05.
It's 6:05 Eastern Standard Time on TBS.
Fuck that end of the country.
Well, that end of the country's got the right time, bitch.
Wrong.
Guess what? Your fucking Boston Celtics will operate on that end of that fucking Eastern Standard Time.
Hey.
I'm done.
Lance Storm.
I'm done.
Lance Storm is on the latest Edge and Christian podcast. I bet that will be entertaining, to say the least.
They could be serious for a minute.
Yes. Okay, I found it. Okay, so they reported last week.
Wait a minute, though. They just announced today that he's not wrestling, though.
Right. So they reported last week that the Briscoes will be fighting your both of you guys, Roos the Douche and Dragon Lee. So that's the tweet that I saw. I saw it was going to be Roosh and Dragon Lee. No. They're going to be tagging for the first time.
No, Roosh is fighting Flip on the pre-show. Right,
so they changed it this week. Because the article I'm looking at right now is dated on the 21st of June.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first I'm hearing about anything like that.
I don't know if I put
Yeah,
any stock
it
into
changed.
that because they didn't even announce that Cabana's out until today.
Well, yeah, they announced with the tweet that I saw that Cabana was out and that no longer will be Nick Aldis and Cole Cabana. So now then it was going to be Roosh and Dragon Lee because they don't team that often. I remember seeing that on Twitter, but now
That makes no sense because they were hyping the fact that they were giving away Flip and Roosh for free on Ring of Honor.
right, but they announced that in the latter part of the week last week.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll send you guys the article, but it's crazy. I remember seeing it somewhere.
Congratulations to WWE stars Killian Dane and Nikki Cross. They were officially married this past week in Glasgow, Scotland. Nikki makes a beautiful bride. Killian looks like he's dropped some LBs too. Nikki wants to play. Well, this is interesting, guys.
Yeah, dude, Roosh and Dragon Lee are facing the Briscoes in Philly. It's at the TV taping.
Yeah, they had it on the well, maybe I might have read it wrong, but they had it on the I know, like I said, I know I saw the damn tweet.
So, what do you guys say to this here?
I'm linking you to the tweet now.
Okay.
What do you guys say to this here? Last week, AEW applied a trademark for Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Makes sense.
I'm here for it.
They don't want to fuck around with the NBA on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame them. It was probably either take Wednesday or go to TBS, and they probably wanted to be on TNT. So
We gonna have to move the recording to Wednesday now, so we can record right after Wednesday Night Dynamite.
and that would be my preference, to be perfectly honest.
Well, as long as hopefully it's just an hour, I'll be good.
Probably gonna be 2.
It's 2 hours.
Can
They've
we
already said that.
Can we record live?
Ah, man, I don't know. I don't want to record. I don't want to record during
AEW.
No.
AEW.
I'm just messing with you.
You son of a bitch. Bitch, son.
Son of a bitch. WWE word making the rounds at Stomping Grounds this past weekend that Rey Mysterio is expected back in early July. Article on PW Insider that there is a if you go to sportsbettingdime.com, you can bet on the next great WWE star to jump to All Elite Wrestling. Put your money on CM Punk. You can bet on CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Gallows and Anderson, and John Morrison. Hello, CM Punk. All out. Hello.
It'd be hard. It's hard not to put the smart money down on the Good Brothers.
That too.
It really is.
This is the next, though.
The next.
Next. The bet is the next.
But when is their contract up, though?
September.
Yeah. So next could be Punk.
And what is this website? I got a couple dollars I can bet.
It's probably a scam, anyways.
Wouldn't be surprised.
After
Why are you putting the scams on the podcast, JB?
Well, it's on PW Insider. It's on PW.
Then it's not a scam if it's on PW Insider. Stop it.
Well, go throw your money away then.
I'm not going to check your face.
Ricochet put it on Twitter.
Face shut.
Ricochet put on Twitter after winning the United States title. I don't do it for the star ratings. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it. Today I woke up tired. Today I woke up with a stiff neck. Today I woke up with a sore back, but I do it all over. It's worth it because today I woke up as hashtag United States champion. Kyle O'Reilly has been removed from this weekend's Evolve events due to, well, it says back issues, but I learned today, an update to that, he actually has a staph infection, but that staph infection is only supposed to put him out for about a week.
That'll keep you out.
I don't listen to the Taz show anymore. Matt, you don't either, but did you hear Taz apparently pitched a great angle for Aleister Black?
I saw headlines about it, but I haven't heard it, so I don't know.
Didn't see the details?
Do not know.
Will Ospreay and Seth Rollins are going back and forth on Twitter. Seth Rollins, I think it all started with... did it all start with... someone said that somebody needed Will Ospreay on WWE or something?
Nah, it was started with Seth saying the best wrestling on the planet, and then elaborated with a couple of other tweets. He then
Because I thought you mentioned like we have our own.
yeah, I was getting to that. He was saying something about the best wrestling on the planet, and then he said something about name somebody. I mean, I breathe this industry. I breathe this company. Something about what did he exactly say? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Something about name somebody alive that's better than me, that's breathing, and that's better than me in what I do. And Will Ospreay retweeted it and said, "I'm alive." And then Seth Rollins came back and said, "Sorry, we got a better version of you. Congratulations, Ricochet."
and then Ospreay goes, "I've wrestled more matches than Rollins. Catch up, little guy." And Rollins goes, "Oh, you want to compare bank accounts?" And then yeah.
The whole thing was just childish by everybody involved.
Yeah, and
what's even more childish is the internet, the wrestling fans on the internet of social media picking sides.
Yeah,
and going at the war with each other. It's fucking pathetic.
Big old dick waving contest on social media.
And then the funny thing, Matt's favorite wrestler, Baron Corbin, said, "I wrestled more matches than you, Will Ospreay."
Matt doesn't hate Corbin.
That's why I say
I don't love him.
He hates.
I know he doesn't love him. That's why I say it's his favorite wrestler.
Hates his TGI gimmick, TGI Fridays gimmick. Tyler Breeze, if you're in the area where Evolve is taking place, he's going to make his debut for the company this weekend. He's going to be Tyler Breeze will be replacing Kyle O'Reilly, who's recovering from the staph infection. Cody and MJF are going to be heading down to AAA in Mexico July 18th. They're going to be facing Taurus and Brian Cage. Oh boy, it'd be fun watching Brian Cage.
Good God Almighty!
Knock MJF around. The event's going to be headlined by Dr. Wagner Jr. and Pentagon Jr. and Psycho Clown against Blue Demon, Killer Cross, and Rey Escorpion. Tessa Blanchard will also be on the show. If you were wondering, Undertaker not backstage at SmackDown. I don't know if we said that live on the show or not, so just in case we didn't say that live on the show, he was not backstage this week. As we said, Raw is progressively getting better. So are the ratings, up to 2.275 this week. AJ and Ricochet could not hold the audience, though. They still lost 200,000 into hour 3.
Well, at least they stayed above 2 million.
True.
Right.
Tony Schiavone announced that he's going to return to MLW commentary this summer. He'd taken time off when they changed their TV schedule due to his other commitments in broadcasting. But he'll be working with Rich. How do you say that last name? Bocchini? Sure. Okay. But no Schiavone and Jim Cornette reunion. That would be some fun shit. I think Schiavone and Cornette doing play-by-play. Deadline is reporting that Ice Cube is negotiating with Dave Bautista to star in his latest film, Killer's Game. In the film, Bautista would play a hitman who learns he will die of a terminal disease, but as a devout Catholic, he will not kill himself. Instead, takes out a contract on himself to make sure the woman he has fallen in love with is financially set. Aww.
What?
That Stuber movie looks kind of funny with him.
I've heard it's pretty damn funny.
It looks funny, man. The main event movie with a 10-year-old boy who is bullied but dreams of growing up being a professional wrestler on Netflix. They announced today that Miz and Kofi Kingston will have roles in the film. Sheamus and Miz were originally in the screenplay. Bray Wyatt also was featured in the screenplay, but now it looks like it's going to be Kofi Kingston and Miz that are going to be in that movie. PW Insider.
What about the new Muscle Man dance?
That's my shit.
PW Insider exclusively is reporting that Keith Lee, Mauro Ranallo, and Beth Phoenix will have roles in the film as well. Maybe Keith Lee will do the Muscle Man dance.
Oh, bask in his glory.
Some sad news within the wrestling world on the 19th of June. Adrian McCallum, known as Lionheart, passed away at the age of 36. Cause of death has not yet been determined, but the British and Scottish wrestling star, who's been wrestling for quite some time, debuted in 2003, wrestled for ICW since 2007. A lot of wrestlers that you may not know this guy, but a lot of wrestlers that you do know paid a lot of tribute to him over the weekend. Are you guys familiar with Lionheart at all?
I've heard of him, and I really haven't seen his matches.
Yeah.
His last tweet was scary as fuck, dude. It's Ultimate Warrior-esque.
Ooh, I don't want to know.
You remember Warrior's last words with the promo on Raw the night before, the night after Mania. Next day he died. Do you know his last tweet, Daryl?
I saw it. I really didn't pay too much attention to it, but now that you said what you said, it makes sense.
One day you will eat your last meal. You will smell your last flower. You will hug your friend for the last time. You might not know it's the last time. That's why you must do everything you love with passion.
Absolutely.
The fact that that's his last tweet, no words, man.
Yeah, no kidding. WWE has a few personalities nominated for Teen Choice Awards. John Cena is nominated for Action Movie Star in Bumblebee. The Bella Twins are nominated for Female Athlete, AJ Styles for Male Athlete, and Bumblebee for Action Movie. That's going to air on Fox August 11th, and we will leave you with this. There is a movie called Tales from the Dead Zone, slated to come out in 2020, and it stars Bret Hart and Corey Feldman. And the movie poster shows Bret Hart pointing a gun. Yeah. I'll link you guys to that movie poster. But that's going to do it for this edition of Lost to the Midcard. Thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard, and that way you will know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday, or any other time that we may do an episode there. So keep informed by subscribing to our podcast. We're also on YouTube, and the links to all our subscriptions are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, or also our Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I'm on Twitter at JB Huskers. Daryl's on the Twitter at No One Like D, and Matt's on the Twitter at Raw Showtime. And before we ride off into that sunset, enjoy some FyterFest on Saturday night. Daryl, what are your final thoughts?
Enjoy FyterFest, folks, and just enjoy wrestling. Have fun.
Matt, what are your final thoughts?
We got that big cage match tomorrow night between Io Shirai and Shayna Baszler on NXT. Definitely should go out of your way to watch that. I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yes. It's going to be another fun one. Like I said, I think Cody and Darby Allin's going to be something that we're going to be talking about for some time. And it's going to be fun. I mean, we're getting a free show, and the card that is being presented to us is far from free, far from just being slapped together. It's loaded, and it's going to be good. So it's going to be exciting to see on Saturday. For Daryl, for Matt, this is Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard. We'll be back at you next time.